Hello, and welcome to a very special Gear Reviews episode. Today we're doing Gear Reviews presents the Christmas Wish List. Alright, so I've gathered this crate of goodies. We're going to go through them. I'll tell you a little bit about each one. There'll be bigger reviews and longer, more in-depth reviews in the future on some of these items. But this is just so you get a feel if there's anything that you need to get for that hard-to-buy person, or you want to treat yourself, or who knows what, you're just looking for some new gear to buy. Alright, let's get into this crate of goods, and then I've got a couple add-on items for some of the items in here that pair really well together and really work well. So let's get into it. First off is a portable charger. Now this specific one is by Anker. It is a bit of a brick. It's quite heavy. In a bag it weighs pockets down. But what's nice about it is it has two charging ports. One of them is that fancy one that Samsung started using that charges quicker, and now Apple uses it as well. And then the charging port to charge the actual power brick. It holds a really good charge. It lasts a long time. I think I can get about 5 to 7 charges on my iPhone with it, so that's a big plus. But it is heavy, as I said, so that's annoying. It's relatively cheap, and the newer ones are lighter. This one is about 3 or 4 years old, and it still works really well, and it still has ability to charge fully. So that's a power bank that I would suggest if you're going anywhere traveling, anytime you're on planes, things like that, or over the holidays. It's really perfect. Alright, so next up is a e-reader. So this is the Kindle Paperwhite. It's very light. It's holds a charge for like a week or two without you doing with constant reading on it. And then if you don't use it, it's about a month, I believe. So it is by Amazon. It's really nice. You do have to get a subscription if you want to read certain books, or you can buy books as well, but there are lots of free books out there as well, which is pretty fantastic. So you can, get any number of books on it, and instead of lugging around something like this, you have this. The comparison is pretty obvious, which is easier. This is great for on planes, when you're on a train, anything like that, any kind of travel. It's really helpful, it's really light, and it makes reading just on one hand instead of holding like this giant book open. So that also gets a big old thumbs up. Alright, next in our bin we've got a couple of outdoorsy or clothing type options. So first up is a hoodie by Tentree. So this, you don't have to get a specific one. This one's pretty colorful and fancy looking. But Tentree themselves are a really great company. Every time you buy something, they plant 10 trees, hence the name Tentree. To me, I really like their clothing. It's super comfortable. If you see on the inside, it's kind of like a fleece, so it's really warm, it's really comfy, and I mean, you're doing great for the environment. So it's a win-win. Some of their stuff is more expensive, but you can find a lot of things on sales. Or they do this thing called a mystery bag where you get 5 or 6 items for I think like $100, which if you work that down, it's about $20 an item. So a sweater like this for $20 is pretty great. So moving with the clothing theme, I've also got a North Face quarter zip. So this sweater is extremely warm. This is something you would use if you're going out in the winter and you're running. You could wear it for that. You can wear it as basically a jacket in the fall, even on some of the warmer winter days. I've worn this out when it's hovering around freezing. That's because this inside is like a fleece material that just absorbs and holds all the heat in, and it has a little collar that really keeps your neck warm. So it is a great option. Even for skiing, as a mid-layer underneath your coat, this is going to keep you really warm. Alright, so next up is the Montana Gore-Tex mitt. You may have just seen these. They are a fantastic mitten. I really enjoy using them for all outdoors type activities, shoveling, skiing, anything like that, they're amazing mittens. They keep you super warm and keep all of the snow out. No wet hands are happening with these things. Alright, so the last thing in here is something that's going to be having a big in-depth review coming out in a couple of weeks. This is the North Face Base Camp Duffel. This is the small version, but it's actually 50 liters, so it's not that small at all. So it comes in this really great little storage bag. It's really great to put it in this when you're not using it or after a trip, things like that. It makes it easy to store. It folds down. It's going to be a lot less bulky because it is quite a big bag. It also comes with these two shoulder straps that are awesome for lugging it around when you're on a trip. They're actually quite comfortable. They don't look it, but for a duffel bag, these are extremely comfortable. Alright, so this is a pretty great duffel. You can probably tell just by looking at it. This material is not letting anything inside. It has a huge flap that covers the zippers with a massive zipper. It's got great carry handles on either end. And just like that, you're ready to pack it up and put anything in it that you need. So you've got carry handles on the side as well. The backpack straps go across the back of the bag, so it's completely sealed on your back. No one's going to be able to get into this bag when you're using it. So that's great. And you can see just how massive this bag is. For me, 100% worth the price. Has a bit of an internal organizer up here. Great for storing any valuables, boarding passes, things like that. And the material, you just can't beat it. You could probably drive over it with a car and it wouldn't do anything. Only thing is things inside might get broken because cars are pretty heavy. On top of this, if you are traveling and you're thinking, well, that's a big bag, I could fit a lot in there, I recommend some packing cubes. So these are a bit of an add-on. These are Amazon Basics packing cubes. This is a large and this is a small, medium, sorry. They both fit in this bag. You can fit two of these with one of these or whatever arrangement you want. They're really great little packing cubes. They're pretty cheap as well, which is always a plus. But they're very, very useful. You can fit a ton of stuff in here. They do stretch a little bit to give you an extra room when you're closing the zipper off. Overall, anytime you're traveling, packing cubes are going to help you a lot. They're going to help organize a lot better because what you can do is you can put this one in here very loosely, and then say you need a new pair of pants, it's in your second one. You don't have to root through, pull everything out. Pull the first one, pull the second one. There's your pants. You're good to go. So both of these, I would say, are definite things on a wish list for me. I would even want another duffel bag because they're that good. Another thing would be I would put a North Face backpack on my wish list. This Borealis bag is amazing. I still love it even after I've been using it for 3 months. Every day. It never disappoints. It always fits what I need. So definitely would check out getting a North Face bag if you don't have one and you're considering a new bag. As an added wish list item, it's a little more pricey, but I would say to get an action camera if it is something you need for skiing, snowboarding, skating, doing whatever you're doing outside, attaching it to your dog, whatever. They're pretty handy. This one has gotten a lot of great reviews, so look forward to using that. Alright, the crate's empty. That means we've gone through the Gear Reviews Christmas wish list. Let me know down below what you have on your wish list and any other gear you want reviewed, and have a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Bye-bye!